How to take apart a Miele C3 vacuum cleaner, and we're going to put it back together again too. Firstly, you need a flat-headed screwdriver and a Torx T20 screwdriver too. Also, remove from the mains before starting any repairs. Lift this flap here and you'll get into where the bag and filter should be. Mine is already taken out for me. You can then lift out this other filter too, and then it's a case of taking off this lid. Now this can be a little bit fiddly, but I basically get behind it, give it a good wiggle side to side like so, and it eventually pulls out. Now we have the main shell that we can start to remove. There are Torx T20 screws here, here and here, and then there's another one just where the top of the motor part is there. I'll show you where that one is in a second. There it is. So just undo all those 5, and then we need to get to some screws that are under these covers. So get a flat-headed screwdriver, just poke it down here and carefully prise this part off, then squeeze, and then lift, and then go to the other end and squeeze again, and it'll all lift off. Do the same with the other one too. I'll show you exactly how we're working that in a second in detail. So once they're lifted out, I'll show you how. Now this is where we're pressing it with the screwdriver inside, so you're pressing them 2 parts together and lifting those 2 clips out, and then at the other end you've got another couple of clips. We just squeeze in and they'll just come out on their own accord, okay? Don't worry about that too much. Now you can see we have a screw there and a screw there that we need to undo. Again, the Torx T20 size. Now we can take this entire cover off and the bumper that goes around the edge. You first need to just put your fingers or thumbs just under this part here and just lift that part up on your coloured part, okay? Once that's done on both sides, just give it a little bit of a wiggle and the shell will just start to come off. Don't be worried about breaking things. These are really well made and really well put together. Now that coloured part is off, you can start taking this bumper off. From this end, just lift it off and it'll all just unclip like so. It may be that both parts come off together. Now we have our final screw in the jigsaw. It's hidden down here. So just undo that, and then this will allow you to take this control panel off and get to the switch and stuff like that. Just pull each side outwards and upwards. So that side there and then that side there. You can use a screwdriver if it feels better. And then there's a connector in this part here. That'll be a grip in it. Okay, so just wiggle it and pull. And you'll see the connector now. That transfers the power to the motor and to the cable, and then runs obviously to the circuit board. And now you can lift off this main part. This again just wiggles off really nice and easy. And then you will see where the motor is and where the cable is and all that kind of business. I'll quickly show you how to access both of these and change them, just so you know. If you're changing the motor, you unplug your motor like so, wiggling the connector, and then lift it out, just slides up. And then if you're putting a new motor on, you need to just transfer these end parts to your new motor and then just slide it back in. Obviously this isn't a new motor, I'm just showing you so you know. And then it plugs back in, and we're just making sure also that this part here isn't trapped, it's sat where it should be. And now the power cable, I'll just quickly show you. If you're changing the rewind and stuff like that, it just wiggles out like everything else on these vacuum cleaners it seems, and then lifts out, and you'll see where it connects to the motor. That plug that we took out the motor earlier, that's how the power cable connects to it. So you just wiggle what would be your new rewind in, making sure that front corner is over where the screw hole is, and then that cable down there that we had earlier, making sure that's in position, and then plugging it all back into your motor. And that really is it. We can start putting it all back together again now, wiggling the cover on like so. This is a little bit fiddly, don't get me wrong, but have some patience, it goes together quite nicely. Making sure there's no gaps around these edges. There's a little bit of one there, but the screw will tighten it up. Now we can put the main control board part in, so that connector needs to go into there and that part slides into that shape there. As long as you get these 2 parts right, you're winning really. Press firmly down on the connector so it makes a good connection. And then we have the first of the screws to go back in, this one that's down here. Put that one back in, and then we can start putting the bumper back on. That part goes down into that hole there, and then we're just working around it and just clicking it into position. Now this always surprises me how easy this part is. You don't think it's going to be, but it really, really is. It all just clips into place nice and easy. This is the sign of good workmanship. Now we can put this screw down into here and tighten that up, and then there's another one here, put that into there. The next step is obviously now to get this shell back on. Again, this goes on a lot easier than you think it might. It just kind of wiggles in, clips into position, and then press all the way around it. And these two parts here that we lifted up, these just need to be teased back into position, if you like, before we put any screws back in. Just press them down. Once that's done, we can start putting all the screws back in that we took out earlier. There's this one here on top of the motor section, and then there's these four here that go around each corner of the bag section. If you've found this video helpful so far, by the way, please don't forget to like it and put something nice in the comments. Now the switch cover, we're going to put it in the opposite way to what we took it out. So we squeeze in one end in, then put that end in. It just presses down nice and easy. Make sure your switch is activating nicely, making sure the spring part is pressed under there before we press the whole thing down, so it all then works as it should. Now we can just put the filter back in. Obviously this is an old filter. I do have a guide on filters on my channel too. If you want to watch that video, I'll put it in the end of this video. Now we need to just put the door back on, so we put these two end bits in here at no particular angle. We do a little bit of wiggling, a bit of swearing, and we just press down gently and it all fits into place. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope it helps you with your repairs. This next one is the video I've just mentioned, giving you a full guide on the filters available for your vacuum cleaner.